A pleasant day to each and everyone. I am Karissa Mae C. Campo from Grade 12 HUMANITIES, and today, together with my co-researchers Dayne S. Reyes and Andrei, we are going to discuss our research paper entitled The Impact of Lack of Gadgets Towards the Academic Performance of Senior High School Students of Jose Abad Santos High School. The SARS-CoV-2, commonly referred to as COVID-19 pandemic, has brought unprecedented challenges economically, politically, and socially across the entire nation. More than just a health crisis, the pandemic brought various problems and difficulties within the educational system. Due to the suddenness, fitfulness, and volatility of COVID-19, the education system was in exceedingly rush of handling the changing learning landscape. New learning modality was introduced to the learners, which is the online learning that requires the use of gadgets. Technology has been more significant now more than ever. We came up with a study that explores the effect of having insufficient gadgets towards the academic performance of the students. We chose this topic because it will be beneficial for the teachers, most especially for the learners, for them to know about the possible impact of lack of gadgets in their academic performance. The purpose of our study is to know the impact of lack of gadgets towards the academic performance of senior high school students of Jose Abad Santos High School, and to know if there is a relationship between lack of gadgets and academic performance of the students. This paper also aims to answer the following questions. Number 1. What are the gadgets used by the selected students of Jose Abad Santos High School in attending online classes? 2. How often do the respondents attend online classes? 3. What are the problems encountered by the students who lack gadgets? 4. What is the academic performance of the senior high school students? And lastly, is there a significant impact of insufficient gadgets towards the academic performance of senior high students of Jose Abad Santos High School?
Question number 1. What are the gadgets used by the selected students of Jose Abad Santos High School in attending online classes? Figure 3 indicates that 23 or 76.7% of respondents use cellular phones, 8 or 26.7% use tablets, and 5 or 16.7% use personal computers when attending online classes. However, not a single participant uses PCNet. Figure 3 shows that the major of the respondents use cellular phones as their medium of their listening to their classes and doing tasks. This also denotes that the personal computer is the least device used by the respondents. Research question number 2. How often the respondents attend online classes? It was shown in figure 4 that only 18 students out of 30 participants or 60% attend online classes twice or 4 times a week. The 10 students or 33.3% attends 5 times a week, and last, the 2 students or 6.7% are present once or twice a week. This indicates that the average times that the students are able to attend online class due to the lack of gadgets is twice to 4 times a week only. This may result in various problems faced by the students.
Research question number 3. What are the encountered problems by the students who lack gadgets? Table 1 shows the different problems faced due to the lack of gadgets in this learning modality by the students. First column shows the problems that they have faced. Second column for those students who strongly disagree. Third column for those disagree. Fourth column for agree. And fifth column for strongly agree. Table 1 shows the problems that the respondents are most likely to face due to the lack of gadgets in this learning modality. This implies that the respondents agree that they are having problems like late submission of activities with 2.5 mean, frequent absences from synchronous class with 2.6 mean, a lack of motivation with 2.2 mean, cramming of activities with 2.1 mean, losing an opportunity to create better activities with 2.1 mean, and a lack of understanding of the lessons with 2.3 mean. Research question number 4. What is the academic performance of the senior high school students? Table 2 shows the general weighted average for the first semester of the school year 2021-2022 of the respondents. Table 2 states that 50% or 15 students got a general weighted average ranging from 90 to 100 and performed outstandingly in their academics, while 23.3% or 7 students excelled very satisfactorily, and another 26.7% or 8 students who performed satisfactorily. No students got an average ranging from 75 to 79 and below 75. This explicitly shows that the respondents performed outstandingly for the first semester of the school year 2021 to 2022, despite the problems they have encountered because of not having enough gadgets as their medium of learning.
To answer the statement of the problem number 5, Pearson R correlation coefficient formula was used to distinguish if there is a significant impact of insufficient gadgets towards the academic performance of the students. Table 3 shows the data gathered by researchers about the number of gadgets and general weighted average of the participants. Using the Pearson R formula, the researchers found that there is a very weak positive correlation between the number of gadgets used by the students and their general weighted average or academic performance.
Based on the summary, findings, and the results of the study, the researchers came up with these following recommendations for the betterment of the study. Another research approach may be utilized, focusing on the experiences of the students who have insufficient gadgets. Since the sample size of the study was limited, the researchers recommend the future researchers to gather more participants or conduct surveys to other grade levels to have an understanding of the impact of lack of gadgets to their academic performance. For the statement of the problem, future researchers may include the issues they want to investigate to help strengthen the data of the study. And lastly, for the next researchers who will be investigating the impact of lack of gadgets to the academic performance of students in this new learning modality, the researchers recommend to compare those who have enough gadgets to use and those who have limited number of gadgets to better evaluate the impact of gadgets to the academic performance of the students participating in the study.
Since the pandemic began, distance learning has been implemented as an alternative learning modality of face-to-face classes. In this learning method, gadgets have been significant more than ever to every teacher and most especially learners. The researchers noticed that various problems were encountered by the students in this learning modality related to having not enough devices to use, the reason why this study was chosen to conduct. This quantitative study explores that impact of lack of gadgets towards the academic performance of the students. The researchers conducted the study in Jose Abad Santos High School and managed to gather a total of 30 participants that answered the research questions through questionnaires. Upon conducting this study, the researchers concluded, based on the answer of the respondents, that the most used gadgets of the respondents are cellular phones. It was followed by tablets and personal computers, respectively. The average time that the participants are able to attend online class because of having insufficient electronic gadgets is 3 to 4 times a week only. Due to the lack of gadgets to use in attending online classes and doing activities, learners agree that they have encountered problems like late submission of activities, losing an opportunity to create better activities, a lack of understanding of the lessons, frequent absences from synchronous classes, a lack of motivation and cramming of activities. The respondents performed outstandingly for the first semester of the school year 2021 to 2022. Using the Pearson correlation coefficient formula, the researchers found that there is a very weak positive correlation between the lack of gadgets and the general weighted average of academic performance of the senior high students of Jose Abad Santos High School.